As always, Playdate is brought to you by Triple, the original high seltzer.
Redefining the party landscape.
Playdate was this 75?
75.
Wow,
Meryl Streep.
You're
What were you gonna say?
so
Sorry,
right.
I completely cut. We're gonna say
No,
milestone.
no, I was saying it's a quarter quell.
What's that?
From Hunger Games, every 25 years, they add like a special rule to remind everyone of the Capitol's dominance.
I feel like, hey, I love the Hunger Games as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
I feel like she probably just made that up for the book.
Well, it's the whole plot of the second book.
Right, I
Because
think
Katniss gets sent back to the Hunger Games.
But was there any mention of it being the 74th Hunger Games in the first one?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think she was like, all right, we gotta shake it up this time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Also, wasn't it like a surprise to them?
Well, they knew it was a quarter quell, but it was a surprise what rule it is. It's a different rule
What was
every
the rule?
quarter quell. The rule was that every district had to send a returning. They had to send a winner.
Right.
It was like a winners at war.
Who wrote Hunger Games?
Suzanne Collins.
I think Suzette, the senator.
That's Susan Collins.
I don't even think she's a senator. I think she's a representative.
She's a senator.
Cool. I was right. I think Susan Collins.
Suzanne Collins.
I think Suzanne Collins she started to write the second one. She's like, okay, new characters. Couldn't fully crack it and just deleted everything and was like, they have to be the same this time.
Maybe she had said the 74th and she was like, oh, perfect. I can do it.
What are the odds of
Like,
that?
imagine she had done 73rd. She'd be like, yes, every 14th Hunger Games.
She's like, the last year's was a throwaway. We're skipping to this one.
I mean, I guess she could have. Actually, I don't know. Wait, it probably does. I don't think it takes place the next year.
Right.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
What number? Can you Google what number Hunger Games the first Hunger Games is?
It's gonna say 1.
Or
It's gonna be like, it was
does
the
Katniss
first-
win? Is Katniss in? Is Katniss in?
It's like the
She's in all of
74th or something. Yeah.
Oh, it is the 75th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either she was like, this is gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
I bet it was a complete coincidence. And she was like, oh man.
Thank God.
Thank my lucky stars.
I remember loving those books.
Can I show you guys something funny really quick?
Yeah.
Sure. You're in your
You're in your bag right now.
You're in your files.
No, I know because
You're
I'm,
in your files
because
right
I'm about
now,
to show
girl.
you something. No, right before we started, you were like, "Oh, I like your pants." And I said that I did a jean show last night, or that I was like trying on all my jeans.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
She did a jean show.
I did a
last night.
jean show. So
What part of jean show is hard for you to understand?
I just said that to Troy, and I said, "Did you ever look at my jean show?" And then he sends me this, and he goes, "Jean show."
Oh, he's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I needed to share it.
That is a great. I almost made some dumb joke like that when you said it.
That's like a Fallon segment.
Yeah, the jean show, and they
back
all
to the
wear
jean
that
show,
when they
yeah.
talk about where they're from.
All right, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I got a cool new sweatshirt in the mail yesterday.
Ayo.
It's
From
sick.
my good friend Morgan. If you guys like cool sweatshirts, go check out Morgan Amelia Art on Instagram.
Okay, well, we didn't talk about the ad spot here, so
No, it's sick. She killed that.
I was in
that looks awesome.
I was in the elevator this morning, kind of like rushing out, trying to get down to. Have you never heard of an elevator?
No, I
before?
just forgot. I
I was in the elevator and Lauren was like, "What?"
Continue.
And one of my neighbors who's like around our age got in with her dog, and it's in this like comically large cast. But I don't know
Her or the dog?
The dog. The dog is in this giant cast. And we don't obviously know each other well enough for me to be like, oh, what? And I don't know the dog's name, so I can't be like, what happened to Crumble? And she could see me kind of looking at the dog. She just goes, yeah. And I was like, what happened? She was like, jumped off a roof. I was like, what? She goes, I go, and then I try to make light of the situation. So I was like petting the dog. I was like, oh, why'd you do that, sweetheart? And the owner just goes, just to feel something. And then it was my stop. And I was like, okay.
Where was the cat?
Wait, where do you live? Don't you live in a big apartment building?
What do you mean?
Wouldn't jumping off the roof be like...
I hope it wasn't our roof.
Okay.
If it is, you like squirrels can survive terminal velocity like this dog.
Really?
Yeah, apparently if you like threw a squirrel as hard as you can from the top, top of the Empire State Building, it would like, cats land on their feet.
We got to do Mythbusters.
Squirrels always land on, I don't know. Yeah, the squirrels don't have a terminal velocity, but my question was like, how did it? Yeah, squirrels can survive a fall from any height because they can withstand their terminal velocity.
Their maximum speed is 23 miles an hour.
So if you shot,
dude, I like how every episode now we look up how fast animals can fall.
if you put a squirrel in a t-shirt gun and shot it off the Empire State Building directly down, it would survive.
I saw
that picture is crazy.
I don't know why this is cracking me up. Squirrels are hysterical.
on TikTok the other day. I saw this guy who rescued a baby squirrel and then he just like raised it as his own pet.
Yeah, and they
took it.
Peanut.
Yeah.
They took it,
and it was like a.
I'm sorry, but I imagine walking into someone's apartment and they have a squirrel just running around.
Yeah, I would leave.
No, like even if it's house
it would
training,
be like, you'd be really uneasy.
Like
Watching the game, you just like it's like scurrying.
like even if it acts like a pet, I don't the tail.
No, yeah, it's weird. It's someone made a good point where they're also like a rodent, but we're way more afraid of rats than them. You know what I mean? It's like
cuter.
It's the packaging though. You know what I mean? Like a squirrel could probably do way more damage to you than a rat.
Look at this guy.
Or like even a mouse.
I wouldn't let him.
Like there was a mouse in my house when I was when I was a sophomore in college, and it like shut down. Like we dropped everything to like no one could sleep, no one could do anything. We like took the day off to like get this mouse out of the house.
And then there was a rat in your hat.
There was a rat in my hat, and that was a fucking nightmare.
I want to address my elephant in the room too. I've gotten to we're getting low on mugs in our office, so I had to grab the female body.
I hate that mug. I avoid it at all costs.
It's actually really embarrassing that we have this in our office.
Can you smash it?
Well, it's got my coffee in it right now.
Well, when we're done, it's so
Fuck, I wish you were just like, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually
the wall.
Got you. It cuts to me like fighting with Edge. Like it was for a clip.
No, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah, this is disgusting. I'll never forget.
It's funny. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's funny in the traditional sense, but I think it's funny that we have it.
It's funny in like an ironic way, but it's also like can't exist in a workplace. I remember when
I think I'm gonna throw it away. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, do it.
Continue.
I remember when Jacob Selzer started here his first day. It was the last mug, and he came into the meeting and he was like introducing himself. He's like, "Hi, I'm Jacob. First of all, this was the only mug."
Wait, when was his first day? I don't even remember that.
It's like 2 summers ago.
Like, were we in college?
Mm-mm.
Or 2 summers ago we were in college.
But it was our summer when we were here.
Like we fully lived here already?
No, it was like clubhouse summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait, I
just want to wrap up the dog thing.
Okay, yeah, wrap up that dog.
The dog jumping off a roof, like it's kind of the old saying, like if you give a dog a roof, he's gonna jump off it. Like, why did you put her in a situation where she was able to jump off the roof?
Is that a saying?
Sounds
I like
one.
it. Sayings that don't
If you give a dog a roof, if
you put a dog on the roof, he's gonna jump.
It was probably like 10 feet. She's probably not describing this well.
Well, I mean, his leg broke.
Yeah, it was just a leg cast.
It was one purple leg cast on its right.
It's kind of cute.
It was cute, but I couldn't tell if it was like a sweater. Like I don't know. It looked like a leg warmer, but then
cast on a pup.
It looked exactly like that.
Oh, look at that guy.
And it was kind of just
Frank?
like. I feel like we have to take some accountability. Like, don't put the dog in a situation where it can jump off the roof.
Put the fries in the bag. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you should have told her that. You should have been like, I really appreciate you taking accountability right now.
What kind of dog was it?
I actually don't. I couldn't put my
Wait,
finger
speaking
on
of dogs, can I tell my hero story?
Oh, yeah, tell your hero story.
Please.
So, yesterday, this actually was fate, I think. Like, who knows what would have happened to the dog if I wasn't home. I worked from home yesterday, and I'm inside, so I live in like a studio, and I had my door open so I could kind of hear what was going on outside. And all of a sudden, I hear these people yelling. Sounded like there was like a dog. Someone was like, grab it, like just saying stuff that you'd say when you're trying to grab the dog. So I go outside and I house sit / dog sit for my neighbors pretty often, like every month or so. And I noticed that it's one of the beagles that I dog sit for. So there's like five or six people that got out of their cars. Like it stopped traffic. Everyone was like trying to grab him. There was one lady like, I have a leash, like I can get, and I noticed that I knew this dog.
I have a lasso.
I was like, oh my God, Nike. And I just am like calmly like trying to walk towards him. Like he's still very frantic, just like running around.
Oh,
and
he doesn't think it's fun. He's not like playing a game.
No, he's kind of like nervous because
He's
like
in the street.
he's in the street, yeah. And it's like a semi-busy road. Like a lot of the times people don't even stop at these stop signs, so that's like makes me nervous. But so I like got closer and I was like, wait, I think I know that dog. And then everyone was around. I was like, wait, what? But I couldn't, even though I know them well, I was like, this also could be another beagle. Like in the moment, I just didn't think that it was him. But long story short, he
I feel like
eventually.
the last thing on your mind should be like, do I know this dog?
Well,
No, but if I
then,
knew
like, it
him-
would be
Yeah,
comfortable with her approaching.
Yeah.
And,
So
like, know her
okay, but
so she could help.
this one guy was being such an asshole. Like I was calmly, like I feel like if you've ever tried to
Yeah.
chasing the dog is not. They're
Were
gonna
the
think you're playing
owners
the game.
anywhere near?
No, they. I don't. I guess whatever. People don't. They don't live at home or like they don't work at home, so they like leave them in the backyard when they leave for the day. They have a big backyard and they just,
don't live at home.
Wait, why were you reluctant to say that?
because I don't want to like expose. Not that
What-
matters.
Yeah,
but,
that
like,
really narrows it down.
I know,
Okay.
I don't know.
No, what is their address though?
Anyway, so I eventually was just like, yeah, this one guy was like, why are you all just standing around? Like, we got to get him. And I'm like looking at him like, I know this dog. Like, you asshole. I'm trying to be calm about it. And so he eventually just like ran up, like calmly jotted over to me and I scooped him up and I like know their gate code. So I was able to put him in the backyard. He has a sister, Chloe, who somehow didn't get out. He did. She was just in the backyard and I just scooped him up, put him back there.
Leaving
Well,
it
then
outside
couldn't he just
all day.
escape again?
No, I don't know what it's like. They have two gates. The inner gate, like their whole property is like fenced in. There's like
Yeah.
hedges and stuff, so you can't. It's like pretty secretive. And then like inside the property, there's another gate. So somehow he just got out of like the inside gate.
Do you live on their property?
No, I'm just there. I live right next door.
Wait, but I don't understand how he got out in a way that he couldn't have gotten out again.
Because the door somehow, like I texted them and told them what happened, and they said that like they've been having issues with the latch. So somehow the inner gate door like was open, and I just like made sure that it was actually fully shut.
Got it.
But
So you're a hero.
I'm a hero. And I also just felt like, I don't know.
Is leaving them outside all day kind of fucked up?
No.
I mean, that's better than leaving them in a cage all day.
They're born to be wild, right?
They just run around. They have
What kind of
water,
Yeah.
beagles, and they're I love them. But I don't know. I just think it's sweet because they actually do love me so much, those dogs. And I don't know. He was probably like comfort because he seemed scared.
Yeah.
He's like,
Nike was his name?
Nike.
Kind of weird to make it like the name of a company.
I think the son named him, like when he was a kid.
Reebok.
Okay, so kids can make mistakes too.
What I remember.
I'm a critic.
I remember
That's my job.
my family named our goldfish Lego.
Yeah, exactly. Ass name.
Okay, what? Oh, you didn't
Yeah,
even
but like
have
the
a
goldfish
pet.
is gonna die in like a week. Like the dog is like, dog's around for like 25% of the kid's life.
I actually feel like I'm gonna have more trouble naming my future dog than my future kid.
Grow.
Where the hell are you getting a future dog?
There's like a leather jacket.
Bark. Bark.
It can code. That reminds me of.
Did you guys like my story, or was that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it.
that was stirring, jarring. emotional.
Sometimes I get nervous to tell stories because I feel like everyone's gonna hate them.
No, I like that one.
I feel like I've never seen a negative comment about you.
Okay,
I've seen a few, but
not even just like the people like that are friends, but you guys.
oh yeah, I know we can be tough.
When
No,
I
that
was
was a
a
good
kid,
story.
it was like a constant battle between. Is my mic super far away from my face?
No, it's fine.
Okay. When I was a kid, there was like a constant battle between my dog, Callie, and my dad, trying to like, she would dig under the fence.
Yeah.
And like by the time he could patch up like that hole, she had like figured out a new one. So he would like rip the gate out and install like like a fence that went like 3 feet below the grass. So like even if she dug under, she couldn't. And she would constantly just be like figuring out ways to like get it, but she wouldn't do it when he was watching. So he would have to like secretly be like just eyes over a windowsill, like watching her for like hours. Well, she like he could figure out like where the fuck she was getting out.
That's hysterical.
But she also, I never really understood because she had an electric fence. So it was like if she got outside of that fence, she still couldn't get off the property.
Like she would get shocked.
She just knew not to go near the electric fence.
Got it.
But he was like insistent on like fortifying the gate.
That's funny. Yeah. How deep can dog dig?
Dog can dig deep.
Damn.
I know.
We got to start a podcast.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Every January brings you 365 blank pages waiting to be filled. You can make your life whatever you want. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the author of your own life. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create the meaningful story you deserve to live.
Yeah, I mean, therapy is awesome. I've done it myself, and it was super helpful for me. And I can't recommend it enough. And I think, it's a new year, a new opportunity to be a new and better version of yourself. And why not have someone help you and, be open, be vulnerable, and get the help that you need and deserve and love yourself.
BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost.
Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/PD to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PD. I thought of something.
Yes.
When Lauren sent that video, you sent like a video, remember?
Oh,
Yesterday?
for like getting over the...
Of her like
with
climbing
no
in a
context
window
either.
or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it reminded me, when I moved when I was 11, my family moved from Lancaster, Pennsylvania to Charleston, South Carolina.
We'll play the video of Lauren right here for context.
Yes.
I got
think we're
locked
gonna
out.
Play the video of me moving.
How'd you get that?
Yeah.
Wait, let it play. Okay, it's done.
Okay, it's done. I was moving from Lancaster to Charleston, and we drove down. And when we got to Charleston, we got to our new house, and we couldn't get into the house. And like the first house we lived in, my parents like leased it in for like a year, and they like looked at it in the summer, and it seemed chill. It ended up being like College of Charleston, like frat row. We didn't know that, but that's kind of a
You
separate.
guys move in, there's like...
It's literally the
guys like
Neighbors
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it's literally that movie. It was on our whole street, and
Someone's doing a keg stand like in your bedroom.
no,
Get out.
They would. Well, every night we get like Ding Dong Ditch and stuff. Like they were trying to like spook us out of the neighborhood, and we'd wake up in the middle of the night to
students
like
at College of Charleston, like middle schoolers. It was
Yeah.
like ding dong ditching.
they were ding dong ditching us. And like my parents are like pretty chill, but like they tested that, and then they would do. Apparently, my parents would wake up in the middle of the night all the time to like toga. I guess they did a lot of toga parties. It literally is. It's comical if you know. I mean, if you've been to Charleston or whatever, it's on Jasper Street, which this block of Jasper and Morris, which is like
It's almost
primo.
like they were trying to fuck with your parents, but like let's be as college as we can be. Like,
It was like I think it was like to smoke us out, honestly, and it worked. We didn't even finish that lease. We moved before they paid the rent and moved.
So cute.
Yeah, we were. Oh, there that was the house, the pink one on the see down on the bottom left.
This?
19. Yeah, that was my house.
Oh my God.
for a
did you ever
year.
do a toga party?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, the whole thing, or it was like all
whole
one?
thing, yeah.
Oh,
Wait, that's your
pretty.
house?
It was for like 6 months when I first moved to Charleston.
How did you pull up the exact house, Lauren?
I just looked up Jasper.
Well, it's a tiny street. It's like one block.
It's a beautiful house.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
And it was bright pink. Anyway, I miss it, but
Did you ever do a toga party?
yeah, they're pretty fun. Anyway, let me finish my story.
Oh, sorry.
So we're moving down to that house. And when we get there, we thought like there was like a lockbox or something, but it didn't have a key. So like we just moved. We have all our shit in the car and we can't get into our new house. We're like, what the fuck? And my mom was like, we go stay in a hotel. My mom was like, no, I just bought this fucking house, or like we're leasing it, I guess. It was like, we're fucking getting in the house. And so my brother got hoisted up onto that. See that balcony that's like right to the, right
This?
there. My dad hoisted my brother up onto that. and he was like, as he's hoisting him up, and it eventually worked and we got in and it was fine. But as he's like hoisting him up, there was a party on the rooftop next door, and these kids lean over and we like look up and there's like these drunk college kids with beers, and we're like, oh God. And then they just go, yeah, take the TV.
Oh, that's so funny.
We're like, oh, great to know our neighbors have our back.
Yeah.
Like if someone is breaking into our house.
Seems like the neighborhood watch is pretty solid
It's just
around here.
crazy how, like, yeah, that's it. That's right where it was. And,
Take the TV.
Take the TV.
What an odd group of looters.
Yeah.
Seems to be like two adults
it's a
and
family.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
an
a family
11-year-old
affair.
in like a
Yeah.
LaDainian Tomlinson jersey. But it was cool, dude. I miss that house. We used to play in the back alley, and the guy across the street was like AA for the Mets, and he used to like play baseball with me.
Oh, that's fun.
awesome.
Wait, so why were you guys only there for 6 months?
Because of the college kids. So we moved.
So that was supposed to be a more permanent.
We were like, all right, we're gonna lease for a year. 'Cause my parents were like, we don't know Charleston well. We're gonna lease for a year and then maybe buy it outright. And we moved the first week of June. Actually, it's fun. I was just talking about last episode. I think I said something about my grandpa dying. The day that Mets no hitter happened.
Yeah,
That was also we moved that same week. And
the
my brother's
AA guy
graduating.
was there. It was like
Yeah,
all watching history together.
It was anyway. So it was like second week of June. So we didn't know. We were like, this rocks. I mean, we had that incident with the kids on the roof, but like by and large, it was like kind of smooth for the first 3 months.
How quiet is this neighborhood?
Because everyone had just, and then it came back, and then we moved in like February before. Yeah.
Yeah, I always think like moving into a college town is interesting because like they never let you, like we never got even the option to stay. Like I had to move every year because we never had the option to stay there because our landlord would be like,
yeah,
I just can't do it again. Like the neighbors were just not happy with it.
Yeah.
There was our junior year, Peter and I moved into this tiny little like bungalow. It was a 2-bedroom, and then we shared a pool with this apartment complex because the landlord owned both properties. So our gate went into this apartment complex like pool.
Yeah.
And our friends had kind of overtaken this apartment complex. If there were like 8 units, 6 of them were like our buddies. And then the other 2 were like full grown adults.
Yeah.
Right? And like watching those people just slowly realize like when August 20th comes around or whatever, like we know this pool's just like not ours anymore. It's got to be such a like
bummer.
helpless feeling. Like I think they have like a lovely summer, and then like, you know, 1 kid moves in, 2 kids move in,
Don't even say 3.
3 kids move in. But I will say like those kids kept it pretty tame.
Yeah.
But like every once in a while, it'd be like pretty nice out. Like we should have like a pool party or something. And the guy, you'd see them like the neighbors who were adults like batten down the hatches,
Like boarding up the windows.
the shades like got to drop down.
Hey, you text Billy about that?
I did, yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
like he knows that.
He knows.
It is Caleb. Should we?
I told him if Caleb doesn't know, just to tell Caleb.
Okay, great.
So we're good.
Sorry, we have to film. There's a video that we usually film during our morning meetings on Friday
Oh, spin the wheel.
where we spin the wheel and do a babasketball shot.
Spin that wheel.
But we're not going to be in the morning meeting, which is kind of nice. We should do
Pretty nice. We
pods
should just
on.
do this
But
all
we're
the time.
gonna miss breakfast.
I didn't even think about breakfast. Damn. I hope it's.
I hope
I don't
it's
know
the
what
ass.
I hope it
it's the ass tacos.
Lauren hates. I love those tacos.
Dude, I'm like allergic to the tortilla. I swear. Every time I eat them, I start getting a weird tingly
It's
feeling.
the ass tacos. I mean, I like them, but I think I got a little sick of them.
Ugh.
Well, we just did them every time.
Yeah.
The key is you got to text Edge at 7 a.m. and just tell him what you want.
So for context to our listeners who don't work at the company, we get breakfast every Friday. Every Friday morning, our boss gets us breakfast. And for like 2 years, without fail, it was the same home state tacos.
Which are awesome.
Which are great breakfast tacos, but it's just like, you can't eat the same thing every Friday.
Right.
Especially that thing with something with such a distinct flavor profile. Like I could eat like yogurt every Friday.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sad.
I eat yogurt like
Yogurt
almost every day.
Friday.
Oh, if it was for the
Yeah.
office, yeah. Yogurt Friday.
What do you guys think is the biggest?
Bug.
Blue whale.
No, it has to do with yogurt. Like The biggest
Chobani.
The biggest packaging of yogurt that they've ever sold in a store.
What?
She
What is the biggest packaging they've ever sold? Maybe it's under a gallon.
No, of yogurt.
Under a gallon.
You don't think they've ever done like a huge one?
Who would that be for?
I don't know. Us at work.
I think they've probably done a huge one.
What an odd question.
Yeah, that is.
I've never been asked. I've never been asked.
Podcasting first. What is the biggest yogurt they've ever sold?
I'm at like a loss. Chobani. Yeah, I mean.
I said Chobani.
When I actually have tears. Oh.
What an odd question.
All right.
All right, we've done it. We've talked about everything ever. If that's what we're doing, we should just wrap it up. No, I love that.
I'll
just
just
because
shut
of
up, I
how
guess.
absurd of a question that was.
I'll just shut up, I guess.
Don't shut up.
Okay.
When you guys are listening to this podcast at home, you can now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I told Will that I could fly a plane, and now the video of me doing it is out on the Friday Beers YouTube. Mm-hmm. So if you want to watch me,
we had to film a scene for it yesterday. That's fun. I'm glad you mentioned that. We had to film a sex scene yesterday.
Yeah, I was so confused by that tag.
If you're halfway through the video and you're like, I'm gonna save the half for later. The end ends with Will and I having sex. So
it was like Rusty was like, would you do like a sex scene where like parodying Top Gun? It'd be funny if it's like you and me. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like I'm down for whatever, you know. It was really intimate. I don't know how I thought we were gonna shoot it in a way that wasn't like that.
I mean, like a harness.
But we were both like shirtless with just our jeans on. I'm straddling him.
No. I'm straddling
You're
you.
straddling me, and
Caleb's
Caleb
lying like a pencil, and then I am like cowgirl on your cowboy on top,
and like
of him.
coming down into frame and like putting his like making out with like right here, so it looks like he's making. And
I put my fingers in your
and
mouth.
Then and then Caleb, like after the first take, Caleb was shooting it, and he goes like, yeah, well, you're not selling it. You're too stiff. Like I need more out of you. So then I'm like, like I'm wearing a blonde wig.
Oh, that's why you had that on? Yeah. Did you get turned on?
I was saying, if I had gotten hard there, I think we would have had to cancel the podcast.
This is more
like if I just had an unrelated.
Right. It's like when you go to the doctor and you're worried during your physical you're gonna get a boner.
Especially when you're like 12 and it's like, dude, I got no gauge on this thing.
I remember spanking it raw before each thing to try and get everything out. So I was like, there can't even be a 1% chance I get a boner there. I remember just sitting on the
Did you do that yesterday?
What? No. Sitting on the doctor's bed thing, whatever.
Sitting on the
doctor's bed. Watching the scalpel driving my skin. It's about a guy who wakes up during surgery. But I remember just being like, don't think of anything hot. Don't think of anything hot. Don't think of anything hot.
And then the doctor walks in. It's like,
boing. But yeah, so a real fear of mine, and I think this is more a compliment to you than anything, was like, I've obviously never been on top of another man shirtless. So I was like, what if this is when I discover like that's something I like?
Oh.
And I got like a huge, like I think we would have to probably take like a break from each other.
I think it would have been a weird. Imagine we come into the podcast today like, hey Lauren.
I will say because I would have to get back up vertical.
Yeah.
And so I could see like Will's crotch. And after the first one, not on purpose, but I like looked down just to see if you had one, and he didn't. He didn't have one, so that's good.
Where did this happen? Like where?
This is in Will's bed.
Oh, you were actually in.
It was everything I've ever dreamed of.
Yeah, a lot of people have had that dream. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, so it was like
I had some random guy sent me like a DM, and it was like if I ever see Will or something, and it was like someone just like injecting a pastry with like a cream sauce.
Ew.
Oh.
I don't even remember this scene from Top Gun.
Yeah, it'd be funny because Will's never seen it. That would be funny if I just like made all this up.
I'm taking his word.
You've never
for
seen it?
Take your
Wait,
breath
is this
away.
the original one?
Yeah.
I've
So
never seen it.
they like are in this blue lit
I've only seen Boogie Nights.
and they like start making out, and you can just see like their tongues like in the silhouette, like kind of like flicking each other, and then he like gets on top of her, and you can tell there's like the MOI, moment of insertion, for the people at home, and yeah,
Wow.
MOI, is that a thing?
No.
could be. Guarantee it is.
Wait, I think I wrote something down. Is that all right if I check my iPhone?
Please.
All right. Oh, I have a new segment. That I'm canceling Will's parody hour and
I don't even
replacing.
think it ever happened.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it so much. Continue.
No, it's your podcast now. Wait, what other questions about yogurt do you have?
What do you think the biggest yogurt they have ever sold is?
No, it's
You
Will's
give a
name.
toddler
It's
a
Will's
podcast
name.
mic?
It's my
Shut
name
up.
hour.
'Kay.
It's where I share an all-time name I found.
Love it.
As you might know or may not know, I run a sort of a niche underground sort of cult following Instagram and TikTok account called All Time Names. And I found one last night. I was watching the Maryland-Illinois basketball game.
Of course.
Well, it was just on during the AFTV shoot. And there's a guy on... Can you Google this guy? Mm-hmm. He is... Google Maryland basketball number 25.
25 is...
I didn't even say their number. Derek Queen.
If you say it fast, it's just Dairy Queen. Click on it. Derek Queen.
Derek Queen. Wait, that's
Derek
not-
Queen.
Oh, that's amazing.
Derek Queen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Derek
Where
Queen.
you guys want? Where do you want to go, Derek Queen?
It's like,
He's like, no, not again. What? No, I was talking to you.
Yeah, that was nice.
I wonder. Yeah, that guy looks like he could house an Orange Julius.
I've never had Dairy Queen.
Didn't I say Orange Julius to you like a month ago? And you're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
You've never had Dairy Queen in your life?
I think I've been...
Bro, you never had Oob? You know
No,
that Dairy Queen?
I
right?
know the Oob. I know the Dairy Queen and Oob that you're talking about, but I think I've taken someone
What is
there
Orange
like
Julius?
once.
Oh, Orange Julius is a separate company?
I feel like maybe they were just next to each other. Dude, I grew up on Dairy Queen. I think I went every week.
Really?
Yes.
The food too?
No. I didn't even know they had food until like high school.
How are you not like a huge chunker?
I don't know. I have a fast metabolism.
How are you not like
Well,
spilling
I
out
played,
of your jeans?
I played
right now?
sports all growing up. It was just like a little treat after.
I used to go all the time. Every summer we go bunch in the Old Orchard.
Yeah, we'd ride our bikes to Dairy Queen.
Wait,
I
you were
like-
in Old Orchard when we were kids?
I went every summer of my life.
What?
My dad went every summer of his life.
I guess I knew that, but I didn't. That's crazy.
I knew you.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Go to that one on the bottom left. Or not bottom left, middle left, up two. Over two. Holy shit.
Fuck.
It's a waffle cone dipped in chocolate with soft serve
I actually
inside of it.
don't like how this looks.
Me, if I ever see Rusty
Ugh.
in
What else is new? Let's
we
look.
be tripping. Nah, I'm joking. You know how I be. All right, what else are we talking about this morning?
Oh, I made some
Sprinkles? Oh, sorry. Do you like them?
Yeah, there was a soft serve place that you could get eyes on your. You'd be like, let me get a medium half and half with sprinkles and eyes.
And it's like little candy eyes.
Little eyes on the thing,
Love that.
and it was like a big, like you didn't get eyes, like you were clearly like new.
Yeah.
It's called Red's Dairy Freeze, and in
Nice.
hindsight, they were like the size of a sprinkle, so like you never really got to even like taste them. Like it was just like an extra like couple bucks for like eyes.
What are you doing over there?
He's looking for an
I was looking
accelerator.
for an accelerator. Where'd they go?
You guys drank all of them. Oh, they're on the ground right there.
Oh. Wait, sorry. Can you say that?
Nah, it wasn't worth talking about.
I was gonna say something.
This is probably awesome to listen to.
What? No,
All right, and we're back. We just had the most boring conversation of all time, but we are back into podcasting mode. Lauren is gonna cut out what we just talked about because
you're not missing anything. It was literally horrible.
It made me want to get up and leave.
Well, I wasn't listening at all, too. I was trying to reach for a drink behind my head that wasn't there.
I've never felt so hopeless in my entire life. It was like Lauren and I were drowning in the ocean, and you were back on the boat,
looking for an accelerator.
You had the life jacket, but you're like, 1 sec, I gotta. Where the fuck are the accelerators?
Someone said they were keeping a tally of all the names of these things. I think this is Mike Ryan.
So I named them during our game of life. I don't think you guys really noticed.
Yeah, I was tuning you out.
That's fine.
I'm kidding.
Someone was like, so what we ended up naming the rabbit or the bunny Brandy, I think.
Brandy.
And then I picked, oh wait, who's Penny? Oh, I picked Patsy for the parrot, even though that's your parrot. Sorry, I named it.
Patsy's fine, but this one has already been named. This is Kevin King 2.
Okay.
What happened to Kevin King 1?
He was my roommate.
Koala is Carl.
I think he lives in Boston still.
Koala is Carl, I think I decided.
We had this on top of our TV all of college.
Oh,
that's
that
cute.
came
Leave
with
him
you?
there.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
That is insane.
I don't know how I forget where it came from, but I had this in my college dorm all of college, and then I guess I brought it or something.
Do you guys sleep with stuffed animals?
No, but I should.
No.
I used to sleep with Kevin King too, but I how I always fall asleep on top of food.
Yeah.
The same thing would happen. I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, roll over, and Kevin King 2's face is just fucking smashed into the cushions. I always felt a little guilty.
Oh no.
When I was in school, my girlfriend slowly took over my bed with those Squishmallows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have
And would leave them at my house so she didn't have to bring hers from her room in her sorority house. And I remember just having to explain to, because we would have people over for parties and stuff, and my room was kind of well kept.
Yeah.
But then there would be a very neat pile of Squishmallows on the bed, and I'd be like, they're not mine.
What are Squishmallows?
They're the bougie.
I have
the Rolls Royce of Beanie Baby.
I have two. I have a koala and a blueberry. You have this guy. It's so big, and then I have this guy.
Okay.
And then
I've definitely seen these.
And then I also have a bear that I've had since preschool, kindergarten.
Do you know what I learned today?
Okay.
You know Eric Clapton?
Yeah. Second coming.
You know what?
I believe he's the second coming.
Of Christ? That'd be funny if that's how Christ came back.
Yeah.
He was just he was a blues musician.
It was a song lyric.
Oh. But so George Harrison of the Beatles,
Familiar.
George
Here
Harrison
comes
of the
the
Beatles.
sun.
Exactly. He wrote "Here Comes the Sun" and "Sometime" or something.
Nice. Let me know when you remember.
And so George Harrison was dating or married to this woman.
Oh God.
Who he met when the Beatles were filming a movie. Right? They hit it off. They get married 2 years later. George Harrison is now in that spirituality phase. They were going to India and just he would leave, whatever. And I guess when he was gone, Eric Clapton moved near him and his wife's house, right? So they were seeing each other a lot more. And him and Eric Clapton and the wife became friends. And then they were at a party together, and George Harrison was not there. And George Harrison showed up. Oh, sorry, rewind. Eric Clapton had written an entire album about how much he was in love with George Harrison's wife.
Nice.
And showed her the music. And she was like, oh, that's pretty wild. And then George Harrison shows up to the party and is like, what's going on here? And Eric Clapton was just very bluntly, I'm in love with your wife. And he was like, oh, okay. Appreciate the honesty. And then Eric Clapton stole George Harrison's wife. And they were still buddies. If you stole...
He was all right, you can have her.
Well, they kind of slipped this in the doc I was watching. Because they kind of made it seem Eric Clapton stole George Harrison's wife. And George Harrison was completely the good guy. George Harrison came back from India and apparently wanted to do that thing where... I can't remember which god surrounded himself with young women. Oh, but he wanted to do... You know what I mean?
Kronos.
Yeah, Patty Boyd.
So pretty.
He wanted to like do that, I guess. So it's not like things were already kind of going off the rails. Can you imagine if I had a wife and Will stole my wife? We're not gonna be boys.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Unless you were going to India and you were doing that stuff that Kronos. Wait, can you look up what Eric Clapton looked like? I actually don't know what he looks
He
like.
wasn't as handsome as I pictured, because George Harrison's like one of the most handsome guys I've ever seen. Young.
Yeah.
George is better looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric Clapton. That could be a song.
Pretty.
Should we road map it up?
How
long have we been going?
What else? Anything else you guys want to get off your chest?
Oh, I think I wrote something down actually. Let me just make sure before I forget.
Are you guys excited for New Orleans?
Yeah, I am excited for New Orleans actually. I think it'll be an exciting little adventure.
Good.
And I hope
Did you say you've never been there?
I get to meet the Yellow King.
You been there?
I have been there. We were there for one day. We had been in Baton Rouge all weekend. LSU had beaten Alabama, so we had gone out partying, and we were the two most hungover guys of all time. And we had to go to New Orleans for an event during the day and then fly out that evening. So we didn't even spend the night. We were there for like 6 hours, violently hungover. And I remember the event was kind of like not that poppin'. And Edge said, I was like, I've never been to New Orleans. Can I just go like check it out a little? And Edge was like, yeah, you're fine. Just do whatever you want. And so I just walked around the city, and then I got so tired. Like I thought I was going to pass out, and I went to a Subway and sat there for 2 hours and then Ubered to the airport.
I forgot about that day. That was such a strange day. We got there, and I think everyone knew how hungover we were. Like we weren't
hiding it.
We weren't doing a good job of hiding it. And the guy who owned the bar was just like, yeah, you can just go sit. He was like, I'll set you up. He put me upstairs in this, there was like a mini version of the bar downstairs, which was more like sports bar. And I was just sitting at this, like, the bar looked like it had been built in like the 1800s. And I was just sitting there talking to the bartender and like trying to get a couple beers down. And then Edge got me a hotel in this, it was like beautiful. It was like this courtyard thing. I don't think it was like expensive, but it was just
It was
like
the
this,
Andrew Jackson Hotel.
this old New Orleans. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think so.
It was this old like New Orleans courtyard, and I just went in there, and yeah, it was this, I think. Yeah, and
Oh,
I
that's
just
cool.
sat.
Snipe.
I
Pretty.
sat in there.
He got you a room just for the day?
I think maybe I stayed an extra day or something, but I just like sat there and kind of like nursed it. And then I came out, and Edge had made friends with one of the people that we were working with, and we all just sat and like had when you finally get over the hangover and you can like sit down and like
Yeah.
have like a glass of wine or something.
Because when you're hungover, you got to stand.
No, I mean like
Yeah, no,
you
I
can
know what you
like
mean.
you can like you're over it.
Yeah.
We sat down and had a glass of red wine, and then I think I flew out. But that was one of those hangovers where it was just like I don't think I'll ever feel better.
We're at Fred's.
Yeah,
And we
Like,
went to
he'd
the
cut my
casino.
pants off. Yeah, we went to the casino with Shaq's son.
Oh, yeah. Miles O'Neal.
Oh.
I think it was the artsy one. I don't think it was one of the ones that plays basketball.
No, yeah, it was Shaq's son that does DJing.
How did that happen?
Shaq, I met Shaq that night.
Oh, that was
You met him?
Shaq was DJing.
Yeah.
Will was like
Oh.
right off stage. We're kind of like in this like section, whatever, off side stage. And Shaq finishes the set. Everyone's losing their marbles, and Shaq he, like walks off stage, and Will put his fist out for a fist bump. And Shaq, Will, put your fist out. Shaq just dwarfed his hand.
Yeah.
Shaq's hand is like the size of Will's arm.
He could just swallowed
And
my
just
hand.
swallowed his hand. It was like, later, brother.
Nice. Yeah. He kind of like nodded at me.
Pretty sick.
That was my that was my Shaq moment, I guess.
Damn.
Us, the owner, me, Will, the owner of Fred's, Shaquille O'Neal's son, and like one other person went to the casino.
Who's the other person?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
And they all had way more.
And a guy named Jackson Pollock.
Oh yeah, not the painter.
There's just a guy named Jackson Pollock. He was the man.
But
Isn't that fun?
Wait, I know that name, but who
yeah,
is
he's a
that
famous
again?
painter, but it's
okay.
not. It wasn't that Jackson Pollock. And we went to the casino, and everyone had way more money. Will and I immediately lost like the $200 that we had,
Yeah.
and then just like stood and watched the other guys. And then could not get an Uber for the life of us. We sat out there for like 45 minutes.
It was the worst night of my life.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh, look at all those eyes.
Cool.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of eyes.
Roadmap.
Roadmap of the year.
Roadmap. Oh, also, by when this episode is out, we had our first Monday episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that.
What if they hated it?
If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
has
No,
like
it
4
was
views.
a really good one.
Really?
I'm very much enjoying editing it. So.
Because of my snow day question?
Yep, that was a great start. Actually.
Yes!
It was a good one.
All right. We have your pitches followed by our pitches. And then we're going to do everyone's favorite segment, Teach Me Something. And then we're going to do This Guy Rocks. This Guy Rocks. This Guy Rocks today.
Are we doing a call?
Are we doing a call, Lauren?
So we had. Did you see those two that I sent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
The
guy.
boat one is so funny.
No, it's really funny. So I asked him if I said we're gonna call tomorrow. I hope he answers, and he said he might be flying a plane because he's a pilot, but I think he will answer. So we can try to call him.
Imagine he's airborne.
And then the other guy was it's another fence one, and he gave his friend's number, so we can also try to call him. Hopefully one of them answer, but
Perfect. If you are not familiar, if you're new,
Okay, he's addicted to nicotine, so he can't even do his job.
if you're new here, Will and I used to do this thing where we would call people and say we were from the permitting division of the building department and that maybe their fence was too high or that we were going to have to bring their porch down or something. And I think our shirt is available. It should still be available.
Yeah, it's right here.
If it's
Put a
not
picture
sold
right here.
out. We made a long sleeve shirt about the permitting division of the building department, but we are going to do one of those today, maybe two of those today, one of those today.
yeah.
And then we are going to do drinking games that don't exist
Yep.
and musicals that don't exist.
This podcast is brought to you by Triple. Triple is the original high seltzer with 3 milligrams of THC and just 15 to 20 calories. Triple offers a social buzz similar to that of your favorite hard seltzer. Light on calories, high on life. It's all natural, gluten-free, and again, just 15 to 20 calories.
Guys, as you know, I love Triple. Will and I were hanging out yesterday, and after we did our little Top Gun scene, I took the edge off with a couple triples.
I needed a triple after that scene.
Yep.
That was stimulating in ways I've never felt. I had some before trivia on Tuesday.
How'd that go?
We lost. So I guess that doesn't.
But you lose all the time, so it
I lose all the time. So
it
that's
has
a
nothing to do with the
statistical
triple.
anomaly. Guys, Triple is born with a desire to blend THC's social buzz with the social ritual of sipping on a seltzer. Triples are currently available in grocery stores, liquor stores, bars, and restaurants in Missouri. Looking at you, Greta Monar. Kansas, Iowa, Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida. And it'll be available in Illinois, South Carolina, shout out South Carolina, Arizona, and Ohio by the end of the year. Nationally, it is currently available online. To get it now, go to drinktriple.com and use code Playdate to get 10% off your order. That's drinktriple.com and use code Playdate for 10% off your order. Triple, redefining the party landscape.
As you all know by now, we've teamed up with BetMGM this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all our picks, and we'll have special offers for our listeners each week. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code Playdate and you will get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using bonus code Playdate. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. You will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use bonus code Playdate when you sign up.
See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code Playdate and get your $1,500 first bet offer today. Let's get back into the episode. Can we just do the prank right now?
Sure.
I just want to get it out of the way because now I'm nervous. I'm down to do it though. Okay.
All right, you guys. So Caden sent us a DM and wants us to prank call his friend Levi, who has a boat parked in the backyard of his place.
What if I just say his boat's like, it's too big to be in the backyard?
Yeah,
Like, what if the prank isn't that we towed it, but it's like, we're going to have to take a few inches off of it?
So the guy said that it's unsightly.
Or say that the owner, Mr. Hutchins, had it towed. The owner of the...
I feel like
No,
having
yeah.
it towed isn't as funny as us saying
We're
something
gonna-
like, I think what's funny about these is that we've been saying, like, you got to take a few inches off it.
It's too big. We had to
remove the stern.
We're going to have to cut it in half.
We're going to have to cut that boat. You're going to have to cut at least 4 to 5 inches.
Okay.
All right. It's like town regulations.
His name is Levi.
Hello.
Hey, is this Levi?
It is.
Hey, man, I'm calling from the permitting division of the building department here in Clarkston. We had just been getting some reports about a boat that has been sitting in your yard for a long time now.
Okay.
Is that you?
In Clarkston, what street?
Yeah, I believe. I don't have that on me right now. It was a Mr. Hutchins reached out.
Okay. He reached out about it just being in the back, or what?
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit longer than regulation, so I think we're gonna have to come in there and take a few inches off the stern, just to make sure that it meets the qualifications for what you can keep in your yard.
Oh, I can just get it out of there. I can take that out in no time.
Okay.
Is that gonna work?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can also just take a few inches off the side of it.
Off the boat?
Yeah, I have some guys that are there. They could just saw a few inches off the stern.
I would prefer them not to cut the boat.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine then. Yeah. Kate, Kate, your buddy Caden told me to do this.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean you're gonna cut up my boat?
All right, yeah, we're on a podcast, and Caden DM'd us and told us to fuck with you.
Oh my god. Okay, I was like, what the hell is going on? That's crazy.
I'd prefer if you keep it
I prefer
intact.
if you didn't cut my boat. All right. Thanks for being a good sport, man. You have a good one. Take care.
Seemed like a really nice guy. He's like, hello?
Oh my god.
I'd prefer if you didn't cut up my boat. My guys are already out there. Yeah, I mean, I can just go tow it. He was like a very solution-oriented guy. He was like, no, I can just go move it in like
Also,
no
when
time.
you asked the address, I panicked.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
pivoted well.
That was
Yeah.
smart for him, though, to ask
Mr.
that.
Hutchins reached out. He's like, he reached out to you? All right.
And that was...
That's a pretty good one, actually.
That was good.
I just didn't know where to go. He was just like, oh, great, yeah, I'll just move it.
I actually have nothing to do.
Well, that's all. Sawing a few inches off his boat is all time.
My guys are out there. They can just... You were saying it like it was like the easy fix. My guys are already out there. They can just, saw a few inches off the stern if you need.
His buddy's name is Caden, right?
Caden, yeah. I just DM'd him and told him. All right, well, that was fun.
That was fun. All right, should we
All
do
right,
some
get our
pictures?
shirt.
Buy our shirt.
We'll keep doing this if you keep buying the cool shirts we made for it.
Yeah, and you guys, we said it before, but go back to the old episodes and watch them.
Actually,
because
that was really fun.
That was
I don't know
really
why I got like nervous about it last time we started doing it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. The pressure's killing me.
Yeah.
But I'm down to do that every
every
episode,
once in a
honestly.
while.
No, let's do it every week.
Yeah.
Once a week.
Sure.
Every Wednesday.
If I can find good ones, because like honestly, I
Yeah.
can't always find.
But
good
guys, write in. We prefer like fences, porches, hedges, stuff like that.
As
Property
minor
stuff.
Yeah.
property things as you can. Yeah.
My favorite
Anyone who's
one-
installed a new fence or the porch one is
My favorite one was
Yeah.
the porch one because this guy built a porch that was like, I guess, on the second story.
Yeah.
And we said we were going to have to bring it down a floor. He was like, what? No.
I like, we have to saw off your boat. We have to move your porch down.
There was one, some Playmate that she wrote in that her mom's fence was like 3 inches too high, and Will and I called and said Will said he was gonna have to come and take a few inches off the top, which implied like giving it like a haircut. Which I liked.
She cried.
Yeah, the mom was she was a good sport over the phone, and then apparently sobbed after, and her daughter was like, "Ooh, I have a video of it, but it is not very funny."
Oh my God. All right. That was fun.
That was good.
All right. Let's do a thing now.
All right.
Bitches.
Let's do a segment.
All right. Pitches. Hey, Dad, Mom, and Lauren. What is the worst part about having too many shirts?
Not enough hangers. The laundry basket gets too full.
Yeah, I just like they end up like I always forget about the good ones because they get like buried in my arsenal.
Yep. Okay. He said, oh, wait, I forgot to say who this was. This is Isaac Dershin. Isaac says,
ID check.
You always end up using whatever's on the top of your drawer. And then when you clean them, you put them right back on top. That is why I've come up with the patent pending tea flipper. This product works by lifting the oldest shirts to the top of your drawer and putting the newest, cleanest to the bottom after you do your laundry.
That's brilliant.
I like that. I like that.
I always find myself in this weird limbo when I'm folding them. I used to fold them on a hanger, but I used to fold them and I'd be like, I'd have to order
You
them.
hang all your t-shirts?
I hang everything now.
Oh, you have a big closet. You have like a walk-in closet,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I wish.
And I would have to be like thinking ahead, like, okay, I'm not going to need this shirt for a while. Because the second you try and get one from the bottom, it like unfolds everything that's above it. It's a fucking nightmare.
I mean, I go through literally just like eras of like, okay, these are the shirts and pants I can wear now. And then I like eventually recycle. I clean my room and like do all my laundry and I get a new batch.
Yeah, it is funny when you get a new batch.
I just found these jeans yesterday.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Because I
Those
was
Wranglers?
no,
I haven't
they're
seen those in a
Old
while.
Navy. In a while, you
I
said?
feel like I like have remember you wearing those.
I
but-
wore them like once or twice and then they got buried in my laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with this. I haven't worn this in a while.
That's like me with these pants.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn into like a new guy when you get your
I know.
old clothes back.
I guess I'm like way hotter. I had like 3 people stop me on my bike ride in and tell me my brakes weren't working. And that they probably thought it was hot too.
Did they actually tell you that?
No. Tell me my brakes aren't working.
Hey!
It's like, yeah, I know. I just hit that guy.
There's a guy there. There's a guy with like wire cutters. It's like, your brakes aren't working. Oh.
I gotta get a bike helmet. I think I'm teasing death.
Wait, really? Have you had almost incidents?
I had one almost incident a while ago, but I just think in general, I think that's what they say about like bike accidents and stuff. It's like you always think like, oh, I bike. It's a mile to work, but it's like doing that every single day.
Yeah, the odds.
Like the people who get hit are people who bike every day.
Yeah. There was a guy in Maine, this like really, really rich guy that he was part of a bike club and his bike, I guess, like fell apart.
Oh.
Or something our friend's dad was in front of him in the bike club and his bike completely like manufacturer error fell apart and the really rich guy like hit him and went down and got really, really hurt and like was like going after our friend's dad. And he was like, it's not my fucking fault the bike fell apart.
Jesus.
But like, I think he was like seriously hurt.
Damn.
Biking is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like obviously I'm not doing anything stupid, and it's not like fast, but it's like, dude, an accident happens in a car, or like some guy fucking swipes his door. That's what I'm big scared of, is when I'm
big scared
in the
of
bike lane on Main Street. It's like if one of those cars, I'm pretty attentive, but if they swung their door open at the wrong time, I would fucking nail it, and then I fall into the road and my head gets run over by. I have like nightmares of like my head getting run over by a fucking car tire.
You've actually had that nightmare?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
My dad went down pretty hard on a bike.
but I don't think a helmet would help that, quite honestly.
No. He was mountain biking and he went, what?
Kevin's on the floor.
Kevin King too.
Did you mean him for
He
being
went
here?
down and his shoulder went like directly into a rock.
Ugh.
And he's just like, it's just never been the same.
Oh my god.
My dad had one when he was biking to work back in the olden days, when we lived in Lancaster.
I picture him on like a penny farthing.
He was going to work at Donnellon Environmental. R.I.P.
What happened to Donnellon Environmental?
Folded. Market crash. No, we moved to Charleston and then he lost all his clients, I think. Anyway, he was biking and he hit like a pothole or something and he went over the handlebars. But he did like, I think he had a helmet on and stuff too, but he did like a complete like flip over. And so he landed on his back, but he had his backpack on and it like broke his laptop and shit. But he saved his, like, he was completely fine pretty much. Although I think he like, yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it was bad.
Should we hear another pitch, Lauren?
How do we even t-shirt flipper, bike accidents?
T-shirt flipper.
How do we get into that? Yeah,
A t-shirt
actually,
flipper.
I would love that.
Late night
Thank
slipper.
you, Isaac, for the submission. Next one is from Camden Stevens. I love the name Camden. Beautiful name.
Yeah, I want a kid named Shay.
Shay. How would you spell that?
Shea.
For a girl?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
You want a girl?
No, but if I have to, then I'll do Shay.
I'm going to if I have a girl, I'm going to name her a boy's name and keep her hair very short and just hope that nature does the rest.
Hey, Lauren and the Scallywags. What is the worst part about working out and getting the perfect body that you want?
You have to do it.
You have to go.
Yeah.
You can't just do it one day.
Having the motivation to go do it. I introduced to you Fit Fast. It's a daily supplement that you take, customized by you and what body type you want, that slowly changes your body into that chiseled statue you've always wanted. The downside is it does not happen overnight. Instead of having the discipline to go out and physically work out, you have to have the discipline to take the supplement every single day for a month. If you quit taking it, you will slowly return to your normal self, wasting all the pills you took in the previous weeks. Keep it up, and I love the pod.
Wow, I can't believe no one's thought of this.
I know. They should make it like an injection form and have people abuse it.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's like this.
This reminds me, last night I'm like about to crack 180, go down to 179, which is like a big milestone for me. I was at 200 earlier this year. And
This year?
Yeah. Like
You've
recently.
lost 20 pounds this year?
Let's look, I can tell you exactly the last time I was 198.
That seems like a lot.
1 second. Bear with me.
Bear with me.
I mean, I feel like that's not.
So I
Not
was
healthy.
198 on 3/15. What day is that?
March 15th.
Of last year. Yeah. So I guess it's been.
So I thought you meant
Oh no, not since
that's
January.
what I thought you meant this year.
No,
like the last
that would
3
be,
weeks.
That would
yeah,
be insane.
I got it.
And
That was the Beware the Ides of March.
right.
Because a lifestyle change is coming.
And I'm trying to like stay disciplined.
Yeah.
And I am good about it if I used to just Postmates stuff, and now I'm like only what's in the house.
Yeah.
Had 2 pints of Ben and Jerry's lying around. Was like 2. Well, they were both like not like I didn't eat them. They were both in the freezer.
Yeah.
1 fish food, 1 milk and cookies.
Oh.
And checked my calories thing. I was like, I got 380 to spare. Like, Daddy could have a little mug of ice cream. Had that. Was like, that's not gonna do it. Went back, had 1 bite of fish food, put it back. Went to pick up my water bottle to go to bed. Lid wasn't all the way screwed on. Spilled it all the way over the kitchen, and just had a complete meltdown and ate the rest of the fish food. So, if anyone understands discipline or not being able to be disciplined, it's it was a very minor inconvenience that led to
You're just like, all right, days a wash. Fuck it.
So Ty asked me a question when I was screwing it, and I stopped, and then I picked it up in the middle, and he realized that like he distracted me, and he was
Got
like,
it.
I'm so sorry. And then I just opened the freezer to fill it back up with ice, saw the fish food, grabbed it, got in bed, threw it in the office, ate it like a fucking
Perfect.
ate it like a
Sounds awesome,
pig.
honestly.
I know.
It's okay. You can't always be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had almost a pint of ice cream last night. That's far from perfect.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, what do you guys think about this
Yeah, I would do it.
pill?
I like
You
it.
do
I would do
it?
it as well.
I would make my jawline insane.
I don't really want to be jacked though. I want to be like toned.
I want to be Tony P.
Like I don't think either of us are meant to be jacked.
No.
I think we're meant to be like svelte.
I don't like when guys are jacked.
Yeah, thank you.
I
I
don't
feel like when
think
guys
it's,
have like a kind of okay, weird looking body.
We were in Florida and I had my shirt off. It was when we were with Tanner's family, and I'd met Tanner's dad that day, and he saw me pop the top off. Felt like they're like very nice, down to earth people. I was like, this feels like a time I could have my top off. And Mr. Roberts just goes, "Whoa, Rusty, you got a bit of a beer gut on you." I was just like, "Oh," put it back on. I was like, "What are we doing?"
Why would he say that?
I think it was because everyone else there had beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was
it
like,
wasn't like an insult.
yeah,
at
it was like
all.
one of us, one
Yeah.
of us. But it stung.
Yeah.
All right. What is the worst part about
Birds.
music at different times? during the day, or different places.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about?
What's the worst part about trying to find music for certain times during the day or places?
I'm still confused.
You are in different. There are times when you listen to certain songs that you wouldn't listen to others. So like maybe I listen to rap in the afternoon, but I probably wouldn't be listening to that like in the morning on the way to work. Or like if I'm back in Maine.
Sure. So you just put on something else.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Sorry.
If I'm back in Maine, like I want songs that I would listen to there that maybe I wouldn't listen to here.
Yep.
If I'm in Florida, I'm in a different vibe, whatever. I have a suspicion that Spotify already does this, but if they aren't already doing it, I want to do it. I want to be able to click shuffle on my liked songs, and it's like when he's here, he likes these songs.
Oh, okay. I like
when
that.
he's here, he likes these songs.
Yeah.
Because I will say the same songs, I have thousands of liked songs. The same couple songs happen on my way to work that don't happen on my way back, and vice versa. And so I think they literally what?
I'm 95% sure that you already pitched this.
No, I did.
You did something with likes and
No,
categorizing them.
it was shuffle Q, which apparently they already stole that. We came out with. I said that pitch, and then someone DM'd me and goes, "Spotify just started doing this." Like the week
Which
after
one?
we said it, that you can queue a bunch of songs and then shuffle your queued. The week after I said it, they started doing it.
That's pretty
Okay,
cool.
that is crazy.
Yeah, that's my pitch.
All right. I like
Yeah,
it.
I like it.
You hate it.
No.
Think about it. You don't have to
I
do
think it's
any work.
great.
You shuffle.
I just don't shuffle my like songs. I listen to like albums or playlists. So it doesn't really apply, I feel like.
cool. Pitch me.
All right. What is the worst part about doing all your other podcast prep and then saying, all I got to do is think of a pitch on my bike ride to work?
You have to come up with one.
You realize halfway through the podcast that you did not deliver on that
Right.
task that you set out for yourself. Introducing Pausecast. Pausecast is a service for podcasters. They can call pause in the middle of a podcast, and everyone gives them a second to think about it.
Okay. Let's try it out.
All right, let's try it. We can put this one into practice. What's the worst thing about hanging a painting on your wall?
Make sure it's level. Make suring it's level.
Making sure it's
Putting
it's level.
holes.
What if you get sick of it? It feels like a big investment. Like if you get a big painting and you hang it
Yeah.
up and you're like, a year later, you're like,
Right, now you have to find one of similar size so the holes aren't showing. Yeah, I
right.
get
They
it.
have ones that are like digital, but that's lame.
Right.
Reversible painting. Artist paints on the front and the back. You get sick of it, or you just want a different vibe for like
I love
you're having
that.
a party. You could have like a party side to it,
Right.
and a normal side to it. Wow,
It's actually really good.
off the dome.
I was thinking about this.
Oh, here's my pitch. What's the worst thing about having a really small yogurt?
There's
run
not
out.
enough of
Not
it.
enough.
runs
All right,
out.
It's never
introdu-
going to break the record for biggest yogurt
Introducing
sold.
the biggest yogurt in the world. It's like the size of a
Elf.
mini pool. What are those kids pools that you put outside?
Kiddie pools.
A kiddie pool.
What are those pools
What are
for
those-
kiddies?
Yeah,
but it,
what-
but it
like
still
kitties go in
it has like a Tupperware type top. So everyone in the office, if
Tupperware.
you don't have a snack, if you don't have lunch, then you can just go in and get the big yogurt.
I love it.
I love it so much.
I love it. You're on fire.
I was thinking kind of in the same vein of like putting the segments to the last moment. If someone filmed me this morning getting everything done, it would have been like an action movie. I woke up, was on the toilet, doing my business, having a business. My dad used to call it a business meeting. Like we'd be like sitting around after dinner and he'd be like, all right, got a big business meeting. And then you go poop.
That's awesome.
I did that joke the other day, and then someone asked me how it went, and I said the client was very happy, and I got a big laugh. But
It's great.
like I was like driving and like shuffling songs to try and like get some inspiration, banged them out. It was awesome.
Yeah. I just forgot my pinch, but I did it.
All right, guys, we want to take a second to tell you about my new favorite underwear, Will's new favorite underwear, and Lauren's new favorite underwear, Skims. I've actually been wearing Skims for a while, even before we got this partnership, so it's kind of a big deal for me. I like the way they hug my bum. I like the way they feel on my body. I kind of rotate between like the briefs, like the tight ones, and then like a little bit of the looser boxers. I wear the pajama shorts to bed. I wear the sweatshirt. I wear the sweatpants. Honestly, just overall, pretty fantastic stuff.
Best underwear I've ever owned. That's a no-brainer. I've got the 5-inch boxer briefs. Perfect length.
Yep.
Perfect tension on your body. Keeps everything in place, but it still feels soft. They hit right at the thigh. They stay there. That's the key. They don't move around. They don't bag out. They don't give you that 5 p.m. wedgie. If you're a boxer brief guy like me, this is the one.
Shop Skims men's at skims.com and Skims stores. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. And if you're looking for the perfect gift for your Valentine or for yourself, Skims just launched their best Valentine's shop ever. Available in sizes for women, men, kids, and even pets.
Wow.
I didn't know about the pets part. Excited to learn about it.
Me too. Let's get back into the episode.
Should we do Teach Me Something or This Guy Rocks, Willy?
This guy rocks.
This guy rocks.
This guy rocks. This guy rocks today.
Okay, for the audio listeners, where's the remote? It says Harry Potter, but everyone is played by Christopher Walken. And before we play this,
Okay.
I was thinking about this. Why do like certain famous people I feel like have much more distinct voices than the rest of us? Like if someone did an impression of me, it could be like anyone, you know what I mean? But if you heard like Trump or Christopher Walken or like Barack Obama or like any of these like really famous people, like is that why they're more memorable?
No, I think that like if you were famous, people would do impressions of you.
I disagree. I feel like you actually have a very distinct voice.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you were famous, people could do
A Rusty.
Oh. Okay. I can't do the laugh.
All right.
Do my voice.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
you when that's you when you get pranked. Okay.
What?
I don't sound like a man.
You go. What?
What?
Yeah, that.
That's
yeah.
very good. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Wait, pause it. This is This is Harry Potter, but everyone is played by Christopher Walken.
Got it.
So,
Shaw.
until you
That's Angus.
mentioned seeing Pettigrew on the map. The map was lying then. The map never lies. If Pettigrew's alive, and he's right there. Me. He's mental. No, not you. You rat. Scabbers has been in my family for 12 years. Curiously long life for a common garden rat. He's missing a toe, isn't he? All I could find of Pettigrew was his finger. The dirty coward cut it off so that everyone would think he was dead. And then he transformed into a rat.
I have no clue what he just said.
What?
Peter Pettigrew.
It's
Scabbers.
scene from Prisoner of Azkaban.
Where's Christopher Walken from?
Mars.
Hogwarts, I think.
I thought that was gonna be a hit.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was awesome.
I liked it. It was fine.
I just didn't know what he was saying.
It was hard to understand. I couldn't really hear. I only heard like
all I heard
Scabbers.
was Peter.
I mean, I know the scene that it's from, but
I heard rat like 4 times.
okay. All right, let's try mine.
All right.
Set the bar high. See if I can top it.
I hope your guy stinks.
Hey,
Oh, I love this one.
did I send you this?
Yeah.
All right. It says
All right, show. Oh.
Someone
says-
showed it to me.
reckless human cuts in front of me and then deliberately
Oh
breaks.
no, Phil sent me this.
This is by a guy called Ethan Drives Safe, and it says reckless human cuts in front of me and then deliberately breaks. All right, yeah, just play it.
What? Hey! What the fuck? Are you taking the fucking piss? Hey! Ain't no see I'm fucking driving here! You fucking dog! Fucking
For anyone not watching, that car is nowhere
It
near
was
him.
it was like the most normal, like cautious merge I've ever seen.
This is a joke.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know if it is. Look at his page.
Is he insane?
Yeah, he's joking. Wait, go to the second one, Lauren.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Train drives on the road and tries to hit me. It's just him at a.
Fucking go! Take the fucking way! Let me
That's awesome.
All right, Willie, teach me something, brother.
All right, do you know about the
Teach me
something? Do you know about the shortest war ever?
No.
The Anglo-Zanzibar War. So the king, I want to say king, the sultan
Of Brunei.
of Zanzibar.
Okay.
The Sultan of Zanzibar was killed under mysterious circumstances, and he was very they were controlled by England at this point.
Right.
And
I'm listening.
what are you doing?
I'm listening. 1 second. Just go.
I'm not doing it while you're on your phone.
I'm listening.
I'm pulling up my teach me something.
Okay. All right. The Sultan of Zanzibar dies under mysterious circumstances. It's controlled by England, and he was very pro-English king. So England's like, all right, that's a little sus. Then you got to run whoever replaces him by us. And sure enough, they don't. And they install a new sultan without running it by England. And England's like, all right, that's bullshit. We're coming for you. And the guy's like, come and get it, motherfuckers. And sure enough, the British Royal Navy and Army, I guess, like descended on this small sultanate in this island in Africa and obliterated the shit out of them. And it ended between 38 and 45 minutes after the war started.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's funny.
what's a sultan?
It's like it was like a king.
Did you ever
All right, I'm gonna go on my phone for your whole one.
Sorry,
now, too.
yours was awesome. I will
What
say.
was it?
What? The Sultan was they had to run by who they switched the Sultan to
Why did they switch sultan?
because he was gone for like something.
He died. He was killed
He was
under
gone.
mysterious circumstances.
Can you tell me again? Can you just say it again and we'll start from here?
No. You go.
Was it awesome?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He didn't listen to the word I said.
I was listening. I was just trying to pull up a thing that. Did you guys ever hear about what Jesus did to Matthew when he was fishing?
No, what'd he do?
Basically, Jesus. Oh.
Ew. Well, you can't say that.
Why?
This is a family podcast.
Okay, can you cut that? Can you
Wait,
replace it with this?
No, just bleep it with the
Yeah.
tone.
All right, sorry.
So, Jesus is talking to Matthew, and Matthew's down on his luck or something, and Jesus tells him to go fishing. What?
I don't know. It feels like a joke or something.
No. Jesus tells Jesus. So get this. Jesus tells Matthew to go fishing, and that he'll find a coin in the fish's mouth.
Okay.
And Matthew's like, this is just Jesus like flexing on me that he has like divine power and he can like create money.
Yeah.
Matthew goes fishing, catches a fish, and inside the fish's mouth was a coin. How weird.
What? That's your teach me something?
That Jesus made a coin appear in a fish's mouth? That's kind of cool. Like, how do you think he did that?
I mean, I don't think he did that.
It's in the Bible.
Your teach me something is something that didn't happen.
Where'd you see this?
It's in the Bible.
What? I feel like we're getting pranked or something.
Wait, I'm being dead serious. Jesus tells Matthew to go fishing. Yeah, look up. Wait, let's look.
No, I believe that it's in the Bible, but that
Matthew 17.
teach me something isn't like a religious segment.
This isn't religion. This happened. Yeah, coin in the fish's mouth. It's on Wikipedia.
Did you just Google that while I was going?
What?
Did you Google that while I was going?
What would I possibly Google
100%.
different?
Because there's no way that whatever you were looking up felt like you were going to have like some big teach me something, and then you had like a kind of weird one from the Bible. You were
It's
on
kind of weird. It's like one of the coolest things that's ever happened.
that didn't happen. There's no okay.
What do you mean that didn't happen? It's in the Bible.
Like
I forgot you're like an atheist?
I don't believe. Yeah, yeah.
Are you actually an atheist?
I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm God curious.
But wouldn't that be cool if Jesus did that?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. But that's not how teach me something works. We can't
What?
start
That's a
blending
thing from-
reality. I mean,
It's a thing from history.
it's not a thing from history. It's objectively not a thing from history.
What do you mean? There are accounts of it.
There's one account of it.
Who
In
is
a-
the one that's like accounting for it?
Matthew, the guy who did it, wrote it.
Yeah, look at him. There's the coin in the fish.
Oh, I didn't know there was a picture of
Yeah.
it. Listen, I'm not even trying to come off. I'm just. I respect religion and I would love to be religious. I just haven't found one I believe in yet. But more importantly, I just think that dilutes what this segment is.
Well, this still happens.
Also, why did you pick something from the Bible? What did you just Google while I was going?
He's really religious.
I asked ChatGPT what's the funniest thing Jesus ever did, and it said it was like it like kind of got confused, but it said Jesus
Oh my God.
wasn't particularly humorous, but one of the funny things that he did was just like flex on Matthew that he could like make a coin appear in the fish's mouth.
All right. That was teach me something, I guess. I guess.
Well, why do you hate it so much?
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's just not.
You wanted to hear something about like a sultan or
Yeah.
I wanted something about a sultan.
Yeah,
God forbid.
Yeah, God forbid a guy wants.
No,
Men
I
only want one thing, and it's disgusting. Stories about sultans.
I mean, I guess this comes off as some sort of anti-Christian tirade that I'm
Right.
on now, but I just think it's on history.
But it happened.
The Bible is in history. I don't think that happened.
Well, what's
Do
different?
you think that happened, Lauren?
What's different?
He made a coin appear in a fish's mouth.
like no.
Well, but you believe in Jesus Christ.
I mean, I think a lot of people that are Christian even accept that a lot of the stuff in the Bible is like metaphorical.
not my kind of Christians.
What kind of Christian are you?
Catholic.
I'm also Catholic,
Yeah.
I mean, I was raised
But-
Catholic.
but I'm also on it. I don't really know my. Like,
I was raised Catholic,
full
but the
religious
bishop who
beliefs.
confirmed me was then accused of touching kids.
Yeah, that's.
Look up. Well,
Did I ever tell you when my
I
friend
don't.
Dean?
I won't disparage my. What?
Did I ever tell you when my friend Dean took the body of Christ outside of mass?
Big no. Uncle Kevin tried.
Uncle Kevin,
Uncle Kevin tried to walk out with
He was trying to save it
with
for later.
with the body of Christ. It was my uncle with like special needs, and Deacon Jerry lost his shit.
Yeah.
We had a guy named Deacon Jerry who's the man. He was like, "Hey, hey, hey!" and like held up the whole mast for Uncle Kevin. It was
How
pretty
did
fun.
he see that he was the only one that didn't?
He didn't put it in his
Well,
mouth.
because like you have to eat it right there in front of the altar.
So what you're supposed to do if you haven't had your first communion is like put your arms like this to be like,
Yeah.
I don't want to receive the body of Christ. We took our friend Dean to, I think it was Dean. We took our friend Dean to mass when we were at college, and he panicked and he forgot to cross his arms, so they gave it to him. But he had like the awareness to be like, I probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah.
So he just put it in his pocket. And we were walking we would go get beers after, and we were walking, he was kind of like holding it and like flipping it. And we were like, where did you get that? Like, what happened? He was like, I don't know. They gave it to me and I panicked.
Oh my
So
God. What did he do?
we had like a little powwow of like, okay, what should we do here? And then we were like, it's better to eat it.
You want to you guys or he ate it?
He ate it.
My mom one time was she worked at the church growing up and or like did like, you know, she would help out during the mass or whatever, I guess. And she was like doing the wine, like giving people wine. And then I guess when they went back after the communion or whatever, she just dumped the rest of the glass down the sink.
Everyone's like, oh!
Which is the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
And so apparently it was like a huge drama, and like the priest had to come and like bless the pipes and the sink, and they had to do like a whole ceremony because my mom just poured the blood of Christ down the sink.
I guess I've never
That's
thought about
pretty
that.
funny.
Yeah. There's like a whole like disposal process, I
She
guess.
beer bongs it after.
Yeah, she chunged it. I used to never go for the wine because I was scared of the
I've never
blood.
had. I've never had the.
I did it this year for Christmas. I don't know why I
never
got
done it.
nervous.
So
Wait, you were
even-
scared of the blood or the germs?
I was just, it feels like a more of like a process. Like you have to take the cup and drink it. And
it's
I was scared I was going to like
intimidating.
mess it up. I did it for like my first communion, but then I was like, because you can do that. You can just take the food.
Yeah.
The body. God, I got to watch myself
The
here.
food.
I'm coming out. Yeah, God. For all of our Christian listeners, I think I'm really digging myself a hole here. But
No, it's okay. You're not trying to.
I'm not trying.
It's
I
fine.
love everyone. I just can't
Even
find it in myself to believe
well,
it.
when we went to mass on Christmas, I was even unsure if like I should take the body because I haven't been to church in so long, and my
Yeah.
parents are like, "It's okay. Like you're still confirmed in Catholic. Like
Yeah.
you're Catholic." But I'm like, I don't know. It feels like kind of
Are we all confirmed
wrong
Catholics?
to not.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, look at us.
Oh my God, this is, I don't really know what just made, we were thinking about religion. There was, I think I've told you this, there was this kid who was Muslim at my school, and like, I don't even know if he was like practicing, but like kind of got like radicalized. And he's lately been posting pictures of him and his brother with like AK-47s. And we were like, should we?
Dude, you hear about that kid from Biddeford? That
Yeah.
like went to New Times Square and like stabbed people?
Yeah. So we were like,
Got like
You
He
knew
got-
him or just from?
No, it was just like in the news in Maine. Like a kid got like radicalized by ISIS and just
Insane.
went to Times Square and started stabbing cops or something.
Holy
and
shit.
but it got sent in our group chat last night, and we were like, do we tell somebody? I don't know. Because I guess you're allowed. I don't know if if he's in America, I don't think you're allowed to have those guns. But it was like,
Yeah.
we'd feel
No,
really.
you can have those.
No, you are. I mean,
AK-47s.
Yeah.
In the U.S.
Yeah. AR-15s, whatever
That's
you want.
like-
Google if you can own an AK-47 in the
Dude,
United States.
I used to see him in South Carolina.
Can you own an AK-47?
You can open carry them in South
47 in America.
I mean,
Carolina.
yeah.
Is it legal to own a full auto AK-7?
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to pay.
No new fully automatic weapons here have been able to be sold to U.S. civilians.
Oh, I guess not fully. We didn't say fully automatic.
If you saw these guns, he had.
It's legal to own oh, yeah, that one says full auto. Yes, you can.
Oh my God.
Maybe just no new ones. Yeah.
All we were saying is like you'd feel pretty bad if you didn't say anything, but also you might feel bad
Yeah.
if you said something and he was allowed to have. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just felt like he also I think still works at the airport. Like there's just a lot of.
Yeah, I did that. I mean, I don't want to get into details, but I one time like reported someone for like a concerning social media post, and it ended up being nothing. But
Yeah.
I don't think I did the wrong thing.
We had a kid at our high school who posted a Snapchat story with like a private story of all the kids he liked of his gun, being like
Of his gun.
being like
Jesus.
Wait,
whatever.
wait. What do you mean all the?
Like to let like the kids that he obviously didn't want to do anything to know,
Oh, I see.
and the SWAT team showed up at his house. I never saw him again.
Scary shit.
All right, should we
Crazy.
do?
But they used to like. I'm just thinking like these like shit I would go to in South Carolina. They would like line up with assault rifles, like civilians, because you can open carry long guns. You can't open carry like a pistol.
Oh,
But it's
Why
like
is that?
because it's like easier to like conceal. But you can
Yeah.
open carry assault rifles, and they would like spit. It was like during like the like
yeah.
George Floyd stuff, and I like went to some of those like events, and they would like line up with assault rifles and all wear like Confederate gear and like spit at you
I
and
think
like
you should clarify. You probably went as the opposition.
yeah, I wasn't
like
one of
that's
them, but I remember like one time there was like it was like a protest thing, and they would sneak up and pour water in the generator for them that powered like the microphone and like speaker, so that it would like cut out the speakers. And so like the head of like the Black Lives Matter Greenville was like, all right, Will, your job is to defend this generator so they don't go pour water in. I was like, me? And so I was like 19, like standing there like holding off these Confederate fucking meatheads. And then I remember leaving one time, and they fucking chased me to my car and were yelling at me and like spitting at me.
Oh my God.
And a cop came. They were really into spitting and like yelling horrible things. And a cop came over because I beckoned him over. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like these guys are like following me to my car and yelling at me. And the cop came over, and he came. I like waved him. Comes right up to me and goes, "Hey man, can you stop getting out? Or can you get out of here and stop provoking them?" I was like, "What? I'm just walking to my car."
That's insane.
But
There was a kid at
yeah,
Rollins
it's fucking
that
insane.
went into, because I guess it's legal to open carry a assault rifle in Florida.
Yeah.
And he like went into he was just doing it to like poke the bear, like went to a Publix with it. And we were all like, dude, what are you doing?
Who is this? Somebody who just
It's like a kid I like was like kind of friends with.
yeah. That's
Yeah, usually like I think the store probably would have a rule.
It was like a whole thing. I don't know.
It's crazy. I
like,
mean,
are
it's
you
crazy.
trying?
Florida's
You're
also,
trying
like-
to scare people? That's
What?
just insane.
I think
Yeah.
he was like hoping someone like gave him a reason. I don't know.
that he could film like cop tries to tell me I can't have
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
yeah.
I just remember like that those kind of encounters happened, and then the Kyle Rittenhouse thing happened, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that could happen.
Yeah. Scary. That was a crazy time to be alive. All right. Great pivot into
Oh, yeah.
drinking games that don't exist. I'm really excited.
These are drinking games that don't.
Wait, do it again.
These are drinking games that don't exist.
Home rum derby. Wiffle ball game. If you get on base, you're safe. If you get out, you take a shot of rum. If you hit a home run, you get to give a shot of rum to the opposing team.
Love it. Drink or clink. This is a play on like friend or foe. So you have your drink behind your back, as does your opponent. It's 1v1. And on the count of 3, you each whip out your hand. And if you both have your drink in your hand, then you're both safe. And you just go away, you walk away, you clink. Sorry. If you both have your drink in your hand, you clink your drinks and you're safe. If one person has the drink and the other person just puts out their fist, then the person with the drink has to finish their drink.
Oh, nice.
So
I like
and you
that.
get a second beforehand where you're like, yo, please, let's just both put out our drinks. Let's clink, get out of here. But if one person decides to fuck the other person over, then they have to finish their drink.
Sky Kids.
Oh, and if
keep
you
going.
both do fists, then you both have to finish your drink.
Love it. Sky Kids. Get a bottle of Sky vodka and the Blu-ray Sky Kids. Spy Kids. Sky Kids. Get a bottle of Sky vodka and your favorite Spy Kids movie.
Yep.
And every time the kids try and be spies, you take a drink.
Love that. That's a lot in that, I think. Bowling. It's set up like beer pong, but the cups are empty, and then you get one full cup. And on your turn, you slide it across the table and try to knock over as many cups of theirs as you can. But if your cup spills water, then they get to reset it. So you have to especially when you get down to the last few cups, you have to be very delicate with your toss, because if it goes off the edge or spills it all,
I like that.
you lose all your points.
Party boat. Similar to Battleship, but you're trying to not land on your opponent's boats. If you land on the boat, you take a drink.
Land.
So I'd be like E4, and if you had a boat there and it was a hit, I have to drink. So you're trying to avoid their boats.
You use the game Battleship. Got it. Towers. You put up a barrier in between the two teams, or two people, and then you have cups with beer in them, and you build the tallest tower that you can. But you don't know. So you're trying to build a taller tower than the other person, but you can't see theirs. And if yours falls over, you lose. So you're trying to see how tall you can get it to where you think it'll beat theirs, but by not pushing it and it falling over.
I love that.
And then if you lose, you drink all of them.
Wild turkey.
Love it.
Get a bottle of wild turkey.
Yep.
And tape it to a wild turkey.
Is that a liquor?
What did I write?
Wild turkey's a whiskey. One second. Let me familiarize myself with the rules.
Never heard of
Oh,
that.
okay. Wild turkey. You get a bottle of wild turkey and you strap it to a wild turkey and you release it into the wild. Two teams try and safely, keyword safely, capture the turkey.
Yep.
And if you get it without hurting it, the other team has to finish the entire bottle of wild turkey.
That's fun. I used to play that growing up. Balance beam. Two teams, one person has to put a cup on their head and balance it, and then the other players have to try to throw a ball and land it in the cup. If the cup falls, you all get spanked and have to drink.
Goodfellas. Similar to the game Mafia, but when you kill someone, you give them a shot. If the Mafia man gets caught, he has to drink the amount of shots that he gave out.
I like that too, because if someone dies, then no. I wish it'd be funny if there was a way where like you had to try to hide that you had just done a shot. You know what I mean? Like whoever the detective, like if the detective incorrectly finds the person, they have to do a shot or something, and then you like look around.
I like that.
Bird watching. This is a classic take on the traditional activity of bird watching. You and your buddies post up with some drinks and you watch for birds. And for every bird you correctly identify, you take a drink.
Love it.
They take a drink. Who cares?
Are treating musicals that don't exist?
Yeah. These are musicals that don't exist.
Audience. On the way in, every audience member gets a role and their lines, and they have 30 minutes to practice. They are the musical. It takes crowd work to the next level, and then on the stage are all the actors watching.
I love that. The actors. Yeah, like what makes them actors then?
They're really good at playing audience members.
NOLA Scape. This is about Gorps and Grunkles. which you've never seen any of those in the wild. You know why? Because they didn't make it on Noah's Ark. So it's about the two species of animals that, as they were boarding Noah's Ark, realized they had left one behind. And so they have to go on this journey through the floods and the rain to rescue their fallen patriot and then try to make it back to the Ark in time. Spoiler alert, they don't, and that's why you've never seen a Gorp or a Grunkle in the wild.
I love that wet side story. Sharks and the Jets are still around, but now they are in an old person home and they're all incontinent. So it's kind of a similar storyline, but they're all like soaking wet.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's wet
that
side
sounds
story.
awesome.
Yeah.
When you're wet, you're wet. You're wet all the way. Right? Razor's Edge. This is a musical it's a coming of age story about teenagers that ride Razor scooters, and the whole play I'm just picturing, honestly, I just want to see dance routines that involve Razor scooters where they're like jumping and swirling them around and landing on them and doing tricks and stuff.
And like in rehearsal, everyone's like has like shattered ankles.
Yeah, they have to wear shin guards.
My last one is 3 to Tango.
Yep.
It's about two tango dancers, and one of their understudies falls in love with the lead, and it explores how hard it is to have a polyamorous relationship because you can only tango with two. It takes 2 to tango, it doesn't take 3.
That's right. One Wing at a Time. This is about a bird who is learning to fly, and it is sort of an allegory. I think I used that word right, for sort of an allegory for children growing up with learning disabilities. And it's about just a bird who's taking his time learning how to fly.
Love
and
that.
He has to do it one wing at a time.
All right. Whose personality are you going to steal, Willie?
You know what's hard about this now that we're doing 2 a week?
Yeah. I don't even know.
Like on the Monday eps, should we say, who's my personality for the next 2 days?
Yeah.
And then now it's for the weekend? I think I'm stealing Mac Miller's personality because he's like, I'm on a weekend.
Have neither of you listened to his new album?
No.
That he had the same reaction. No, he just had like a posthumous album. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, posthumous.
It's really good. Please listen to it.
Posthumous.
It's so good.
That's how
Actually.
Lauren
It's
finds out.
posthumous. It's like a new type of comedy.
Oh, here's what I want you to comment. If
Wait,
you
how
listen
did
to his
he-
album, please tell me your favorites.
I guess he just like, I guess there's stuff, like, it takes a few years, but if they send stuff from heaven, like, it can get.
Right. Oh, I always feel bad when they release music after they pass away because, like, what if he like didn't want those
I
songs
know.
out?
I kind of.
I mean, I'm sure there's a process with his family, and well, it's interesting because there's one song that Sis is on, and she sounds so young in it. Like you could tell that it's a very old, like just sounds like a different style of her, or like a different. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's a very pretty album.
All right.
I don't know whose personality to steal, so I'm gonna opt out of this question for the day.
Krusty?
I'm gonna steal that guy from the History Channel's personality because I'm going on Strider's podcast in a couple hours.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about pirates
Nice.
again.
Hell yeah.
All right, we love you guys. Have a great next couple days, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
I'm
Nope.
really proud of all of you.
Nope. We'll see you guys on Monday.
This is a Wednesday episode.
This is for.
Oh, I am all backed around. Guys, have a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we will see you guys on Monday for our Monday episode. Bye.
Taco time.